Hello, hello, my beautiful lovelies. Welcome back to yet another pick a card reading here on the channel. If you're new, hello. Hi, my name is ADIE and I will be your tarot reader today. We are going to dive into the pick a card that everybody's been kind of asking about, which is how to step into your villain era. And in fact, we are going to step into our super villain era. Okay. So there is a video that I would want you guys to check out before, or just, put it on your watch list. It's the video that came out before this one. It's kind of like it ties in with what we're going to get in today. It's a collective message about the 3 first steps that everybody must take in order to step into their supervillain era. Now, this video, we're going to do a pick a card. And it's going to be more defined to your guys' energy. Okay. So let's get into it because I don't want to waste too much time. All right. So I have the card selection. Let me put it up so you guys can tap in. Okay. Here is the card selection for today. What are the steps that you must take to step into your villain era? Okay, I'll give you guys a few moments to pick your selection. All right. So again, make sure to check out that video. I think the thumbnail is on the thumbnail. It says you are ready to hear this. So if you're seeing this video, you must watch that one too, because it's going to have a lot more information for you. It's going to help you define your own personal steps to step into your villain era. Okay. All right. So let's get into reading number 1. This is the image that you guys have chosen. Image number 1. Okay, so what I'm really feeling for you, number 1, there is an energy that you have been masking, and your personal steps to step into your supervillain era is allowing that mask to come to the surface. So a few years ago, I think it's what deck is that in? Oh, it's actually this deck right here that I have. It's called the Wild Unknown Archetypes. And there's an archetype in that deck called the mask. That's what's coming to mind when I look at this image. And I remember when I was studying that deck, that Oracle deck, it was saying that a lot of people, we wear many different masks, but the mask that you're not wearing is the one that you really suppress. And it's the one that is going to help express how you're feeling more efficiently, more authentically, if that makes sense. So it's almost like there's something like you're currently wearing a mask where you're not portraying your true feelings, maybe possibly to the people that is in your life. Okay. But I also feel like you're harboring a lot of anger, like you're suppressing your anger, and it's time to kind of like wear that anger. And I think a lot of you guys are scared of your own anger. I think you're scared to put that mask on and let everyone see what it looks like when you're truly angry. But I think one of the first steps for you personally is to express that anger, to have sacred rage. A lot of you, number 1s, suppress that rage, that anger, that frustration. You put on a different mask. So there's this energy of wearing masks, okay, for you. And I think the one that's going to help the most is anger. Okay, if that makes sense. All right. How do I get this back on? Okay, sorry. All right, so I'm going to go in and pull your cards to see what your personal steps are to step into your villain era. But I think for you, number 1, you guys are suppressing a lot of anger, and it's time to wear that anger. Sometimes you guys hold back your facial expressions. You smile when you don't want to smile. You say okay when you don't want to say okay. You don't speak even though you have a lot of words, and it's like it's eating you up. You know, it's allowing people to hurt you. It's allowing people to walk over you, to because in that first video that I talked about in the beginning of this reading, we talk about boundaries, that everyone that wants to step into this villain era and take over their own personal world, they must choose themselves, and they must have boundaries, because choosing yourself allows you to have boundaries with other people, right? And so I feel like there's some type of situation that causes you a lot of anger. It could be that's just the typical energy that you guys have been experiencing lately, but it's going to help expressing that anger. I'm going to do one more card too. Okay, so we're going to see what personal steps you guys need to take. But for you, yeah, what is this? This is the 10 of Swords coming out for you, number one. Yeah, you've experienced a lot of pain, and it's almost like you've buried this pain, and with that, you buried your anger with it. And I don't think that was that hasn't been beneficial for you. So your step is to really express those emotions, even if it's not anger, and maybe it's sadness, maybe it's like you need to crash out. I think a lot of you number ones need to like not worry too much on how you're being perceived when you are angry, when you're frustrated, when you're fed up, when you're angry. You know, I think you do explain yourself a lot, and I think you also you explain yourself a lot in a very calm manner when it's time to crash out. So I really feel like there has been a lot of pain, and it's almost like this suppression of the pain, of the anger, of the frustration, the you know, just feeling fed up, just silenced. I'm really feeling too for you, number one. It's almost like that's like keeping you on the ground, because when the 10 of Swords is here, there is this energy of just laying down and dying. So it's like you've buried this, you know, you've buried this pain, this mistreatment, this betrayal, and along with it, you buried all of those emotions that can help you kind of glow up, help you kind of step into that villain era, you know, because that villain energy helps you master and take over your personal world in a different way than the hero archetype that I talk about in that first video. So for you, it's about expressing that pain. The first step is to really, like, if somebody mistreats you, you need to express those emotions first on, okay? But also, there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of like healing work that has to be done with this card. This is some real pain. This is like some real betrayal. There's multiple swords being stabbed into this person's back. So there could have been multiple people that have hurt you. This is a swords suit. So with the swords, we talk about communication, speaking our mind, and maybe it's not necessarily crashing out, but speaking your truth upon these betrayals, like talking about it openly to anyone that is willing to listen to you, even if it's not the person that has hurt you, that has mistreated you, betrayed you, you know, disrespected you. Maybe it's not them because it wouldn't be well received. Maybe it wouldn't, you know, be beneficial to you. Sometimes those conversations are not beneficial, but at least speaking your truth and allowing yourself to crash out. I feel like, you know, you need to just crash out. I was like telling someone that recently, like, it's necessary sometimes, you know, sacred rage. It also allows people to see where the line is, you know, and when you don't crash out, when you don't speak your mind, when you don't, express your anger, your frustration, your irritation, even, because sometimes it's like irritation can build up, and I'm seeing someone kind of like test the waters, continue to like poke at you, you know what I mean? And it's like you don't say anything, you keep your mouth shut, you freaking bury it, and it's just a lot. It's overwhelming. And eventually, I feel like what Spirit is really wanting to say, like, eventually you are going to crash out, but you want to be in control of that crash out. Okay, so we have the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, like I said, these videos, these readings are going to be very defined. Okay, we spoke about in the video that I talked about earlier that I posted the other day. It says if you see this, you're ready to hear it, or like you're ready to step into your main character kind of energy, something like that. I can't remember what I put as the title, but I know the thumbnail says you're ready to hear this. In that reading, we talked about the three things, right? Choosing yourself, which means that you over everyone. Okay. The second one was choosing yourself, main character energy. Okay. Having main character energy for yourself, seeing yourself as the main character in your life. Now, this card is really speaking to that main character energy, the Four of Pentacles that I'm feeling here. I feel like a lot of your resources, a lot of what this could even be like your personality, the way that you show up at your work, the way that you show up with the people that you love, because with Pentacles, this is like physical 3D things. Okay. So it doesn't necessarily mean your money, but it can very much be meaning that with your money, your resources, your what do I want to say? The things that you bring to the table, even if it's like, you know, being that friend that is there to always talk it out, be the therapist, you know, be the person that plans everything, be the one in the family that is always the one that's family oriented. You're the only one that plans things. You're the only one, like, if it wasn't for you, number one, things would not get done. People would not care. So that's what I'm feeling with this Four of Pentacles here. And so I feel that, you know, one of the personal steps for you is to kind of keep that energy to yourself. The Four of Pentacles is about, you know, just holding on to that energy and really using discernment with how you give it out. Not everybody is deserving of those things. Like, you have a really awesome personality and an awesome character, right? Because I'm talking about the main character energy and like how you show up to life. It's like it's top notch. Okay, it's top tier. And a lot of people have mistreated you and has taken advantage of what you bring, what you come to the relationship with, what you come to the family with, what you come to the job with. And a lot of people take these things and it leaves you empty, you know, and then you don't even speak about it. Then you don't even speak about it. You don't even crash out. You don't express your anger. You don't express your sadness to these people or to, you know, and it's just like, I feel like the step that you need to take is to just close off. No one has access to these things. Sorry, I can't show up because you don't show up for me, or you betrayed me, so I'm not going to show up when you need me. It's almost like you're showing up for people that don't treat you right. Right? So your step is to kind of keep that energy and your money. They keep telling me that they wanted me to touch base on the personality, like being that friend that is there to talk it out with them, being the friend that's going to, like, you know, always be there. It's almost like, do you have a friend that has betrayed you, that you always showed up for them, number one, and they somehow hurt you, betrayed you, maybe even a couple times, you know? And you continue to show up for this person and let them take from you. And it's like an energy thing. And it is also a money thing for you. Like, you allow this person to, you know, take your finances, have control over your finances. They could have betrayed you, stole money from you. And that's what I'm really picking up. So the next step, besides expressing your anger and allowing yourself to crash out and to, you know, cuss people out, tell people like you can't treat me this way, or I don't like how you treated me, you know, in this situation. Like, even fuck you would be great. Number one, like, it's time for you to really show people and communicate how you're feeling when it comes to the pain, to the mistreatment, the betrayal. Because at this point, they feel like they can just betray you and take whatever they want from you. And so then the second step that I also want you to consider is, like, before giving out your resources. And this is also your energy, your presence, you know? Like I was real talk with Yaney. She posted a video on how, and it's giving that. It's really giving that. She posted it on her Instagram. She has like two, I can't remember which one, but she posted it and she was talking about being gang stalked and how people just want your energy. They get angry because you deny access. So you might have tried to deny access from these people. You know, I don't think you're following through. You have a hard time following through, number one. But she was talking about how, like, when you take your access away, when you take the access away where they can't, you know, access your energy, then they resent you for it, right? That's really what it was giving to me. And I feel like these people just want your energy. They can just take your energy, take your resources, and it leaves you dry. So you have to kind of consider, do I need to hang out with this person? Do I need to show up? Because, you know, like in that video with Yaney, she was like saying, like, we have a great personality. We give great guidance. We're fun. We're the joy. We're the light. That's you, number one. You have a lot to offer people. And I think one of the biggest problems is that you don't choose yourself. If you watched the first video that I was talking about before this live, it was kind of trying to prep you guys, because it's a lot to step into your villain era, okay? And so you must, in order to do these things, you have to choose yourself, right? And so you're not choosing yourself. You're allowing these people to take from you. So let's go on to the next card. And you need to really second guess, should I give this out? Does this person deserve to sit in a room and just kiki with me and just like laugh and joke? Does this person, you know, deserve my money? Do they deserve my my creativity? You know, do they deserve my collaboration? You need to start thinking as like your energy is very valuable. You don't think that, number one. You don't think that your energy is valuable. It's time for you to see that you're very expensive, even if you don't have a lot of money, okay? Even if you don't feel like, you know, you can improve in that area. This is like your energy, your light, your ability to be a good person. You know, it's very valuable. So it's time to see it like that, okay? We have the Queen of Cups coming out for you. Okay. So this Queen of Cups for you, number one, is about to step into your villain era. I'm getting really like a sensual kind of energy here. It's a shift. It's, you know, I feel like these cards right here is about the anger, is about expressing the anger towards the people, even if it's like how you're going to express it is that you're going to cut these people off. You're going to bury them. You're done. You know, that's about the anger. Now, because you have the mask, your picture that you chose is about putting on these masks that you suppress. So clearly there's a lot of anger that you need to express. Okay. I also feel like there's a sensual energy for you that's going to be beneficial. Okay. Expressing your creativity, and it's mostly coming through like your makeup. It's coming through like your style. It's coming through as also like activities. So, and it's really giving solo. It's not like you're with anyone. Because you've experienced a lot of pain, a lot of betrayal, a lot of like mistreatment, I really feel like you need some time alone. There's a lot of sadness, a lot of, you know, the anger is there because you haven't processed, or maybe you're in the sadness, but that anger is going to help you get through it. It's going to actually help you. So you're not just sitting in the sadness. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like because you're not expressing the anger, you're just in sadness, and like you're in a, you might even be experiencing a lot of anxiety, you know. It's hard to connect to your creative energy, you know. Definitely, again, needing to express your emotions here, but it's also like, because there's a big emphasis on maybe moving forward, expressing your anger to the people, but these past people, it's almost like, you know, if you already have expressed yourself, how you feel, I don't feel like there's much more here. Maybe expressing it in poetry, expressing it in telling your story, talking about it, telling your, you know, why do I want to say your ministry? It could be that, you know, but maybe not face to face, but expressing it, you know, in that way. Now, if somebody comes and approaches you, wants to have a conversation, then I would say, yes, make sure that you express yourself like authentically. Let's not mask it. Okay. Even if it's like, oh, you know, no, I don't even want to talk about it. Check yourself. See if you do want to talk about it. See if you do want to express it. This isn't, you know, all because you need to talk about it doesn't mean that it's going to get to like some type of resolve. Let's not think that way either, because I also feel like a lot of these people, there is no resolve with them. Okay. But with this Queen of Cups, I do feel like there's a lot of like solo time, dating yourself. And it's almost like nurturing and dating yourself, like spending time with like maybe expressing these feelings through your appearance, your hair, your makeup, your dress, like your attire, and also just certain activities that you would want to do. And it feels like a solo activity. And this would be like, in a way, creative, like this is going to be an outlet for you to express this anger, express this sadness. Okay. With the Queen of Cups. Okay. King of Wands. Okay. Now, what I'm getting here with the the King of Wands, but this could be Queen, take it however you want it. You know, the King and the Queen, they're very interchangeable. This is going to be a more like, what do I want to say? I'm hearing like fuck boy. I'm hearing like, there's this energy. So a lot of you guys, it's almost like, what do I want to say? Like, it's like that energy, like you're going to be the masculine. You know that song, If I Was a Boy? That's what's coming to my mind by Beyonce. If I was a boy, that song is coming up. So it's like that energy, like switching it. Maybe that's how you need to be when it comes to romantic relationships. But I also just feel like it's time to do people like how they do you. Okay. Also with the King of Wands, this is very like, and the queen and king, it's very contract. And with the King of Wands, he does not get into contract unless it benefits him. So I really want you to look at everything. Does this job benefit me? Am I showing up just because I feel like people are expecting me to and I feel obligated? Or do I really want to show up because it benefits me? Can I go somewhere else that will benefit me? This is the type of attitude that you need to start looking at life, okay, with not just people, but also just like, does this person benefit me? Should I continue to talk to this dude? How is this benefiting me? Should I stay in this relationship? Is it bettering my life? This is how you want to start thinking, okay, number one. So I'm going to go on to our oracles. Okay, so let's just recap. You need to unbury that pain, because with that pain, all that betrayal and pain that you buried away, you buried your anger, you buried your sadness, your frustration, all of that. You need to dig it up and dissect it first and tap into that raw, sacred rage. And it's time to express it. You have words that you never expressed to these people. Maybe you need to write a letter to someone. Maybe you need to send it. Maybe you just need to burn it. Maybe you need to send somebody a DM. unburden yourself, because this is like you're burdening yourself. It's not like you did the wrongdoing and so you need to unburden yourself, you know, but it's like you did yourself wrong by not expressing and standing up for yourself. So that's the first step. You need to also see your energy, your presence, what you bring to the table, who you are as valuable. You are expensive. You're not going to just, it's not free grabs here. This ain't the clearance rack. This isn't the free rack. Okay. This is very expensive shit over here. Okay. So that's what you need to do, number one. Okay. And then we have the Queen of Cups. What's really going to help you is saying, you know what? I feel dark, so I'm going to wear black. Or maybe I feel hot and spicy, so I'm going to wear this. It's like almost like you're checking with your emotions, and it is going to come from a place of this pain. I really want to be clear. So to allow these emotions to be expressed also in your hair, your makeup, your dress, and your activities. And these are going to be mostly solo activities. Like, you know what? I feel like, you know, doing some mirror magic. I'm going to light some candles, do some music, and it's very healing. Or like, I'm going to go take myself out for dinner alone at a very quiet, high class, intimate, you know, restaurant. I'm going to go and have a picnic by myself. It feels very solo, and it's very, oh, you know what? Also in the video that I talked about in the beginning of this reading, the reading that you guys all need to check out if you haven't tapped into it. It's a collective reading. The thumbnail is You Are Ready to Hear This. Okay. Right there, we talk about romanticizing and go into depth on how we need to do that. And it's about romanticizing our pain and our struggles, our betrayals, and showing up for ourselves. So this is a lot about your action, what you do with your body, and what you do with your, you know, your alone time. With the King of Wands, this is saying, you know what? What benefits me? I'm not going to fuck with it unless it's going to benefit me. I'm not going to waste my time or energy unless I'm getting paid, unless I'm getting helped out, unless I am being, you know, supported here. It's enhancing my life. Okay, I really need to be drinking my water. Drink no water today. So you need to be looking at that. Does this job benefit me? Do these people benefit me? Do my friends add to my life? These guys or these girls or these people that I'm talking to, are they adding to my life? And maybe, yeah, we've developed some type of relationship. They like me, I like them, and it's like, oh, it's all cute. But you know what? We can't care. The King of Wands does not care about people's feelings. It's not as cold as the Swords energy. The only person's feelings that you should be caring about is yours, especially because of how much you've been betrayed and hurt, not just by other people, but also by yourself. Number one, it's time to show up and be like, you know what? I can't even focus on how this guy is feeling right now. I don't care how he's going to react if I check out for a week or two, because I need to take myself out. I need to pour into myself right now. So it's like, it's that too. Okay, so let's get into our oracles here. Hey, you guys. No, I'm not doing free readings. Never do free readings over here. These are the only free readings that I do. These are free. Okay. Let's look at these cards here. We got our tea leaf cards. We're going to see what is here. How can you step into your villain era? We have the Fly. A period of ill health, depression. Okay. So what I'm really feeling is that you guys are depressed. A lot of you guys are sad, on the verge of depression, in and out of depression these past couple of years because of this energy. And it's time. If you're seeing this video right now, it's time. You're ready to start caring about yourself and start getting into your supervillain era. You've been the superhero. You've accomplished that archetype. Now it's time to be the supervillain. Okay. And you guys are in and out. And it's going to only like the thing is, if you guys don't deal with your trauma, and because that's what it is, it's trauma, whether it's current trauma or past trauma, childhood trauma, that will cause sadness, depression, anxiety. And if you don't deal with that, it will cause health issues. Okay. It will manifest physically. Everything, every thought goes out and it manifests in some type of way. Okay. So this right here is letting you know that you need to start doing, like, taking yourself out, having meditations, expressing your emotions. It's time for you to get a shadow. You know, you guys, it's time for you guys to get a shadow work journal. Okay. And start doing the shadow work, start getting down. And no, I know it's not comfortable. Nobody wants to do the shadow work because it's not comfortable. But I'm telling you, if you want to master your life, master yourself, know yourself deeply, heal yourself, change yourself, you need to do the work. You got to do the shadow work. Okay? Or you're going to always struggle with this. And so you guys need to get a journal and start writing down stuff. And, you know, I just recently made all of my digital products very affordable, including the tarot class and the shadow workbook. Okay. And the confident self, building a confident self workbook that I have on my Stan store. So check that out. Some of you guys need to see it. It's very affordable. I made it $11 for you guys. Okay. It comes with a bunch of questions to kind of like start having that inner dialogue. A lot of people don't like to talk to themselves. A lot of people don't like to start that inner dialogue because then it starts getting really uncomfortable and you start noticing the things that you don't like about yourself. But it's time to really understand that. Okay? Because it will eat you alive. So this is a card, the fly. It's telling us that you need to work on your depression or anxiety, or it will turn into some physical issues, some physical health issues. Okay? Now, let me look at this. We have recognition, reward. Okay? So this is one of the things that you need to start doing for yourself. Number one is rewarding yourself. I don't think you do it enough. You know, a lot of you guys could be mothers, caretakers, or you're just always thinking like, you know, oh, I can get it next time, or I need to put my money somewhere else. Take some time out of your month and some resources and spend something on yourself. Give yourself a reward. It's really coming up as like, okay, you've been wanting this item for a while, go and get it. Save for it if it's that much money, you know? There's something you need to give yourself rewards. Okay? You deserve great things. Even if, you know, you have children. You know, there was a period in my life where I was like, wow, I haven't bought myself something in a really long time. You know, and I was just like, wow, I need to start. And I made it a weekly thing, a monthly thing where I would purchase things for myself because I am a good mom. I am a good person. I deserve good things, you know? So I'm really heavily picking up on that phase in my life where I wasn't really, you know, rewarding myself, you know? And also like reward yourself. Like, look at, even though you went through some pain, you're still here. You're still here. You haven't, it didn't break you down. It didn't kill you. It didn't, you know, even if you feel like, you know, you're in a hard place right now, like you're still here. You're still breathing. You're still doing life, you know? You just got to choose yourself a little bit more and things will start to feel a lot better. And a lot of that for you is going to be doing the shadow work, writing and getting down all your uncomfortable feelings, maybe expressing it out loud, you know, and also just rewarding yourself. I think also a lot of these people that were in your life, they made you feel like you don't deserve shit. And it's almost like when you did get stuff for yourself, it was like, oh, what? Why do you need that? I remember I had this conversation with someone. I was thinking about getting a new tarot table. right? Because in my old house, I was on the floor, you know, because my room was like an attic. Didn't have full walls. And I also really like being on the floor when it comes to like altars and stuff. But my tarot table, I would sit, like, it was like a little mini table. And so I was like, you know, I think I'm going to get like a table. And they had this table, this person had this table where it was one of those tables that lift up and down, right? By the button. It was like that elevating desk. I was like, I think I'm going to get one of those. And they were like, why? You already have a table. Why would you want to get that? Like, these people make you feel like you don't need to get the things that you want. Get what you want, number one. Okay? So we have good news here with the ear. Okay, so what I'm really picking up with this one, with the good news, you need to be quiet. One of the steps to step into your villain era is don't tell nobody what the fuck you want, what you're doing, okay? If something, and I know this is hard, but I think it's just like, it's a phase that everybody has to go through when they're in this type of energy. When people betray you, when people are trying to take from you, and they don't want you to reward yourself. They get salty when you do reward yourself for some reason, because I don't know, they probably want what you want or what you have, right? So I feel like it's a phase. It's not like a phase that you need to be in all the time, but this is going to help you step in to your villain era, is being hush hush about the good things that are happening in your life. You know, I real talk with Yanni is coming through with this reading. Okay. I was on her live the other day. It's her second channel. It's like her spiritual channel. I know you guys come for me when I don't say things right or I forget things, but it's like, because I didn't even know like that's what she named. I thought I was just following. I'm really slow, you guys. Okay. But anyways, in her live the other day, in one of her channels, Real Talk with the ADIE, she was talking about, dang, I lost my track of what I was going to say about this. Oh yeah. She was talking about how haters and jealousy, and she was talking about beauty magic. Okay. Oh, I just love her. She's so magical. And she was talking about like certain things that she was going on in her journey, and like she was talking about being attacked, beauty being attacked. Okay, so you could feel like your beauty could have been attacked, or just certain areas of your life were getting attacked. And this is because you were being so, like, your mouth was loose about all of your good things, and, you know, good things that were happening to you and in your life. And you were telling the people that didn't want you to have these things. They were salty about it. They were jealous about it. And you might even be like, why are they jealous of me? Like, I don't understand that. Like, I don't understand, why are they jealous? Like, why can't I just tell them like what I'm doing in my life? It's because, I don't know, people, it doesn't matter. Also, I heard something the other day where they were like, you can have more. Who said that? Oh, what's her name? But I saw this girl on TikTok where she was saying like, you can have more. I posted it, actually. It's in my shorts. She said you can actually have more than people that have more from you. And that could be very, very true about you, number one. Okay. And just, you know, in that Real Talk with Yanni live, she was talking about how like she started experiencing certain things, certain effects on her body and in her life when she was posting workouts, and, you know, maybe even posting beauty things that she was doing. And so you need to just keep it hush hush. Don't be talking too much about the good things in your life. Okay. Okay. So we have coins. Money will be coming to you. Okay. This is really speaking like one of the steps, because remember with the Four of Pentacles, number one, I was really feeling like for you, it was, for you, it's like you might give out money. You might give out money before even giving yourself money. You might consider other people with your finances before you even consider yourself, you know, like, so I feel like the more that you hold off on saying, you know what, I'm going to pour this into myself, or I'm just going to say no to this person, you know, they don't deserve my this resource that I have that I work really hard for. In fact, I'm just going to pour it into myself. I think this is really saying like you need to hold on to your coins and you're going to have more money for yourself, more money for your life, and more money will come in, you know, because this is really coming up as a blockage for you. Number one, we also have angel, okay? Spiritual guidance, protection from harm. I think a lot of you guys, are scared to express yourself, right? Because look at your picture. It's crazy. You guys are really scared to express yourself. So I feel like you're safe. I think a lot of you guys don't want to be like considered a bad person, you know, like a mean person. But I think it would really benefit you guys to, you know, do these people like how they do you, treat them accordingly. If they do stupid things, give them a stupid prize, you know. It's just, you know, that's what I'm feeling here with this angel, because a lot of you guys feel like, oh, if I do this, then I'm going to be like, you know, bad things are going to happen to me. And actually you're really protected and it's valid, you know, for you to do what you are feeling like you want to do, or how to express yourself, how you want to express yourself. So let's get some cards from the OG deck. They're flying out onto the floor. And Lunar Light Tarot, she says when it hits the floor, it's ×4. So we have you be knowing shit. You be knowing shit. Money rain. Yeah, I feel like, you know, the more that you keep your money to yourself, the more money is going to come into your life. And I also feel like a lot of these people, like, you just be knowing that these people don't really want good for you, especially when I was talking about telling people good news. You need to hold off. You need to have a like kind of contract with your guides or with your higher self that when you're about to say something, because sometimes it just comes off as habit, you're excited, you're happy, and you want to express something to someone, you need to have like a contract, a kind of like contract with yourself, your higher self, for that. It'll let you know like, hey, shh. Even like sometimes I'll be like in a room with someone, talking to someone, and I want to tell them my dream. I'll hear, don't do it. Don't say a word, quiet. Or I want to tell them something that's going on in my relationship. I will hear, don't say nothing. So it's like you need to have a contract with that, right? Because you know who I'm talking about. There's somebody that you be talking to and they might have like a weird face, or you know, their eyes get a little bit big and weird, and you're just like, what? I feel like a lot of you guys start to question like, what is this? Why did that person look like that? Or why did they say it like that? You know, you be knowing shit. It's because they really don't like what they're hearing, okay, or what they're seeing. All right. We've been making many people upset. And you know what? And that's from Doja Cat's album. She says, like, I think she's talking about her and her man, which I don't think anybody is upset about that, but I feel like maybe some people could be upset about, you know, a relationship that you have in your life, okay? But I also feel like you make a lot of people upset, and you can't be scared. You cannot be scared to make other people, like, make people upset, okay? All right, so I'm gonna pull from this deck here to get our last messages for number 1, and I'm gonna move on to number 2. Okay. It says take a shot. Don't take 12, take 1. Okay, maybe 2. Move on. I also feel like, okay, yes, I feel like some of you guys need to go out, have some fun, like loosen up a bit. I also feel like you need to take your shot, you know, like, and then move on. Like maybe you need to say what you need to say and move on. Okay, that's going to help you. But also just like going out, maybe being a little bit loose with your energy, not too loose, you know. It says take 1, maybe 2. Okay, it says get the fuck out of your head. Get in your heart. It misses you. Queen of Cups. What was I saying? You need to get out of your head and get into your heart and listen to your heart, because your head is like, okay, let me just put that aside. Let me bury that because I got to deal with this. I got to deal with that. And I don't want to make this person mad. And I really want this relationship to continue. And, you know, it's like all of that. But you need to get the fuck out of your head and get into your heart. Okay? You're overthinking this too much. You know? Believe what you see. Okay? Believe what you see. Face reality or live in fucking la la land. Choose bravely. Okay? So number one, you need to believe what you're seeing right now. Yes, these people did betray you. This person did betray you. They did hurt you. They are not good people. They don't want to see you doing good, making money, being in a good relationship, having good things happen to you. They want your resources. They want your energy. They want your presence, you know, your happiness, your joy, your advice, your friendship, all of that. Okay. They want all of that, and they're not good. They do not deserve it. So believe what you see. Okay. You can't live in la la land. You can't want these people. You can't make people be good people. Okay. You cannot make people be good people. They have to choose to do that themselves. And I think that, you know, concludes your reading. Like, you need to just believe that what you're seeing is the truth. What you're hearing is the truth. It's not like, did that person really do this? Is that what they really meant? Is that like, yes, yes, yes. And they feel like you're weak and they can take from you and they could do whatever they want to you. They've been thinking that. That's why they've been doing it so many times. Okay. So we're going to move on to number 2 now. Okay. Let's look at number 2. Number 1, those are your steps. Watch the video. Okay. I am booking readings, so check out the Etsy. All right. I'm going to put the promo code, because I've been meaning, I forgot to remember that, to tell you guys about that. I have a special promo code for my YouTube watchers and family, because I've hit over 100 orders on my Etsy. I am completely grateful and just so humbled by your guys' love and support. Okay. And so you guys have a special code for everything. Get $35 off anything in the shop. That also includes intuitive readings. Okay. And so the code is rosebuds. Okay. On the Etsy, I also made the tarot course super affordable. It's $35 right now for anybody that wants to learn how to read tarot, learn how to channel, join my school. Okay. And I did this because I just want to make these things more affordable for you guys. And I'm just grateful for all of the love. And so you guys get a special code. And I'll make sure to put it on there. I wanted to do something, but I was caught up. I was really caught up. I was caught up before. That's why I came late. Because I was in my creativeness. And I was like, oh. So I'm kind of a little bit unprepared just for the intro and things that I wanted to talk to you guys about, but that's okay. We need to get to the message, and the message is the most important thing. But check out the Etsy. Okay. I have lots of resources over there for you guys beyond these tarot readings. The spells and the rituals are also $35 off with that code. Okay. Rosebuds. You guys are my rosebuds. All right. So let's move on to here. This is number, oops. How do I do this? Okay, good. Here is number 2. This is what number 2 chose. All right, so we're going to talk about number 2 going into their supervillain era. Let me see. Let me look at this. Okay. All right, so number 2. One of your, wow, you guys are really, really intuitive. Okay, I'm tapping into the energy. Okay, for you, number two, one of your personal steps besides the video that I posted the other day, you are ready to hear this on the thumbnail. Go watch that video after this live. Going to help you tap more into your villain, super villain era. But your defined steps, one of them is to get really deeply connected into your intuitive guidance. Okay? Like, your steps are going to come through very intuitively. It's going to come from your spiritual team. So I'm talking to people that are probably, in communication with their ancestors. They honor and talk to their ancestors. They talk to their guides, or you are being guided to do that. Okay. That's going to really help you step into your villain era. Because you're going to be given like steps that you need to do personally. Okay, that's what's really coming up with this. And just the way that she's looking and with the crystal ball, you could be dealing with some challenges here, because I'm looking into the crystal ball and it almost looks like there's like a mountain range and it looks like a storm or like a lightning storm or something, So I feel like you might be going through some challenges, and there are like steps that your guides want to help you go through, like to get over these, So let's get into this and see exactly some more energy here. Where is it? Oh, I need to learn how to do it more efficiently. But yeah, you need to allow your intuitive energy to come forward and to tap more into like strengthening your psychic abilities, basically your intuitive abilities. Looking into, scarring mirrors, right? Bowls of water, tarot cards. And, even in my tarot school, I talk about channeling, right? This is more the energy that I'm talking about. When you're talking to your guides and your ancestors, you're channeling them. You're channeling an energy, and you can use cards, you could use other things to tap into their energy, but it's mostly about like just listening to life and listening to like what's going on in your 3D reality, watching what's happening, taking notes, seeing, the messages there in front of you. What is your house telling you? What kind of message is your ancestors or your guides trying to get across to you when you're at the park with a friend and you see this bird fly down, or like, it's like situations like that. You're being required. I want to even say that this is not that even that type of reading where I need to say like you're being required, but it's like there's a lot of you guys, your ancestors really want to communicate with you. Your guides want to communicate with you. They want to help you step into this era, of fully taking control over your mission, right? That's what the supervillain does. And so it's about strengthening your guides. Strengthening your intuitive abilities, your psychic abilities. Okay. So check out the tarot course if you are interested in learning how to channel, because I don't only teach you this textbook information of the tarot cards, I also teach you how to channel so you can be an in-depth reader of energy. All right. So, but there's other things that you guys can also tap into, like crystal ball readings and, reading water, reading candles, and just reading life. That's what I teach you guys in the tarot course. But let's get into this. Okay. So we have the 5 of Swords here. Okay. I think your intuition is also telling you this. I'm picking up that very heavily, that you don't need to communicate. There's something that has been said, or this is like a common energy in your life that you come across, where there could be like some difficult communication energy, right? Like you're not being well received, you're not getting your point across. You could be getting into arguments with people, and there's this energy of needing to like over explain and fight for your point of view and try to get this person or these people to see where you're coming from. It's, you know, with the Five of Swords here, this is ultimately trying to find some type of resolve of some kind of issue, but it feels like nobody understands you, number two. You know, nobody really understands. And I think your intuition, because the advice that comes with this card, Five of Swords, is to walk away, is to stop communication. That actually further communication can cause more issues. It can just, you know, it's not going to resolve anything. So I feel like one of your steps that are defined, you know, for your personal journey of the villain era is to just, if somebody is not understanding you, that's fine. You don't need to over communicate yourself. You can explain yourself once, you know, maybe twice if you care. But if you continue to feel like they're not wanting to understand you, they are wanting to have a confrontation with you, this is advice to just pull your energy away, to stop communication, you know? So that might be a struggle for you. And it's a waste of energy because of the scenarios that are being shown to me. It's like it exhausts you. Like, do you see this guy? I don't know if you guys can see, but this guy looks really exhausted. He's just completely exhausted from this experience of trying to get his point across, and you're yelling, and it's just like it's high strung and they're too much into their point of view. They can't see. It's just, it's a lot. So, and it almost feels like this type of person, their perspective is not going to change. For whatever reason, it's not going to change. So it is actually a waste of energy for you to keep going on in these types of situations. The best thing that you need to do is going to help you step into your villain era is to just walk away. You don't need to over explain yourself. You don't need to argue. You don't need to get upset. You need to just be calm. It's okay if they don't see it your way. It's okay if they don't believe you. It's okay if they, you know, want to continue to attack you. You can remove yourself. You can cut off communication. You don't need to communicate with anybody. I don't care how they feel about you. I don't care what they think you did, they think what you mean by what you said. It's like, you don't need to communicate to anyone. I think a lot of you number twos feel like you have to communicate to these people that you're having a struggle with, and you don't. Okay. So number two, we have Nine of Wands for you. These people stress you out. Number two, whatever the situation is, or this is just this is an energy that you're just, you know, accustomed to coming across, like just always getting into arguments with this person or these people, or, you know, you're just prone to like people trying to get your point across to people. It's exhausting to you. And it's actually, what I see here is like it's siphoning your energy. It's exhausting you out. So you need to have energetic boundaries when it comes to life, when it comes to your relationships. Okay, that is going to help you step into this villain era. It's like maybe somebody wants to argue. I honestly feel like if you chose to be quiet, people would just think like, what? It's like they want to continue to argue. They want to continue to like try to get their point across, or to make you change your mind about something. And I do feel like you want to also change these people's minds too. You want to get on some type of common ground, but I just don't think it's going to happen. And it's a waste of your energy. And there's like, I'm hearing like there's no regrets. There's no like, you don't feel like you're in the wrong in any way. You know, you feel really misunderstood. And at this point, you just kind of have to accept where it's at, you know, and to pull your energy back. Maybe you don't need to go. Maybe you don't need to go to that family gathering. Maybe you don't need to, you know, call them and apologize. Maybe you don't need to, you know, pick up that text or write back another paragraph. Like, you don't need to do anything, you know, you need to rest. Do you see this card? You need to rest. Okay, so prioritizing your energies Okay, prioritizing your energy levels is going to be a key factor. It's stepping into your, I think people would find that to be really odd if you just didn't write back, if you didn't like, check back in, if you didn't, continue to argue with them, continue to try to get your point across. I think people really see you as someone that is very strongly opinionated and that won't stop, always has something to say. I think even if it's coming off negative as I say that, it's not like, that might not be the truth. I think you're just really wanting to find common ground with these people, but in that they are taking your energy, that you could be putting into other things. Yeah. Okay. Do you see this? Wow. So we have the death card, number 2. One of your steps. Mm. What I'm feeling here with this death is like the death card is like it's a painful thing. It's about transformation, transforming. It's more of like a psyche internal kind of thing than it's external. It could mean that you need to deal with a death of some sort. Like, also I'm hearing like you with this particular situation, it's like this is if you're trying to get your point across or they're trying to get their point across, this can indicate that there is no resolve here. Like this relationship is dying, is dead. And like I just feel like I don't even think there is like a rebirth of this situation. Just because of how this picture looks, it's like there's bones. It just feels like there's no resolve here. It's completely dead relationship. It's over. And either you have to accept that or you guys both have to accept it. And that might be hard. It will push you to go inward and to like, transform yourself. I don't think you're going to be the same after accepting that this relationship is over. That things you're going to continue. I think you fought. With the 9 of Wands being here. This is the wounded warrior. I think like you have fought for this relationship. You have fought for these people. You have fought to be on common ground with them to the point of exhaustion. You know, so I feel that with this death card, it's time to kind of turn your energy inward and see how you want to be in the next life, especially when it comes to communication and having energetic boundaries. You want to see how you want to show up in these relationships and how you want to show up in life. Do you want to show up, accepting that this relationship is over and that there will be others that come after it? There will be other situations that are like it, similar in energy, whether it's like a disagreement or something with a new person, to know that how am I going to respond in newer relationships to come. Okay. Because this energy of needing to always prove yourself and try to get your point across and to try to convince them to see things your way, it's exhausting you out. And you really don't like, you need to have like your villain persona doesn't do this. It does not do this. They do not go back and forth. They do not go back and forth. So if you need, because I'm being told that you need to get in contact with your guides, okay? Because this seems like a really hard, painful kind of ending. The death is painful. There's nothing peaceful about it. And you don't want it, they don't want it. And I do feel like this is going to bring you a huge transformation though. And I'm being told that if you need guidance on how to move forward, get in contact with your guides, okay? We have the Devil. Okay. Hold on. Let me see here. Okay. The Devil here. So for you, number 2, I feel like the step that, yeah, this is time to get dark. Don't be scared of that word, okay? If you all about the light and you're like, light, rainbows, you're going to end up going insane, okay? Because reality is that there is darkness here in this realm. We don't have light without darkness. Light cannot exist without the darkness. Darkness cannot exist without light. You need both, okay? And I think that's why you over push yourself. You try to get your point across because you really do want to be on a good high vibration with these people. But it's time to really see things for the way that they are. You know, there's a lot of things that I feel like with the death card, a lot of people try to prevent this. They try to prevent it, but you can't. So I feel like you need to go into that shadow part of yourself and to kind of dissect what you have done wrong here. And also, like, I feel like going into like maybe energies of like anger. I kind of spoke about this in number 1. Going into energies of like maybe anger, maybe expressing it. Maybe you are expressing your anger in these kind of situations because the Five of Swords is here, but maybe you need to express it in a different way that people might think it's toxic. Like, I think if you chose to walk away and just not talk about this shit no more, like you're over it. I already explained myself so many times. You're not getting it. I don't understand you, or I don't agree with you. I'm not going to express this anymore. I think if you walked away and you chose to just be silent, people would be like, oh my God, this person, number 2, is so toxic. They ghosted me. They don't want to talk to me anymore. They don't want to resolve this situation. Like, that's how they would perceive you. I think you don't need to be afraid of hurting people's feelings. I think you've tried a lot to see eye to eye on something. You've tried a lot. You gave a lot of chances to try to resolve something. Whether it's just like you guys are just not seeing it, or this person doesn't want to see themselves in this situation, you need to be comfortable with saying, you know what, I'm going to be a little bit toxic. I'm not going to give a fuck about these people. Like, that's what I'm seeing about the devil here. It's time to kind of like tap into that. I want to say like primal, wild energy when it comes to maybe communicating with people. Because the way that you've been doing it, it's too structured. It's too imbalanced in that way. It's more in the light energy, like, oh, I'm just going to try to make it work with these people. You might be arguing, going back and forth with these people, but you know, it's ultimately coming from a place of like, oh, I just want everything to be good when things are not good. So, and these people could have really hurt you. You know, I'm not sure exactly, but it feels like this is over. Whatever they've done, it's really destroyed the relationship, right? So I'm really seeing the devil. One of your steps to go into your supervillain era is to really express. Uh-oh, my battery. Let me plug in my computer. Forgot to plug in my computer, but I did that. Hold on. Uh-oh. What did I do? Sorry, guys. Hold on. Turned off my light, I guess. There we go. There we go. Okay. What was I saying? Okay, so the devil, I feel like that step is going to require you to kind of like take control of things. And it might feel like, you know, taking control is maybe like, you know what, I'm not gonna, like, taking control of the situation is saying like, I'm gonna remove myself, I'm not gonna communicate, I'm going to put up my energetic boundaries because this is just taking too much from me. I'm gonna put it in the ground. This is dead. I'm gonna call it for what it is, and I'm gonna take control over this situation because you know, it requires me to take control over my own energy, you know. So that's what I'm feeling about your guys' steps. I think you know, you need to boss up and say, okay, well, you know, it's like people are wanting to go back and forth and they're not making decisions. The devil is the boss. It's time for you to be the boss. If people are not going to make decisions, for you and them, you're going to make the decision for them. So also this could mean a third party with the Five of Swords. They don't want to choose you. They want to go back and forth and argue with you and try to make sense of it. And nothing is getting done. Put up your energetic boundaries. It's over, done. Like you know, you're making a choice for them. You know, somebody doesn't want to have a conversation. This could be very much somebody doesn't want to have a conversation with you about something. So in that they are choosing something, right? Or they're allowing you to make that choice. They don't want to have a conversation about something that's important. And so we're going to call it for what it is. It's dead. It's over. The time has come and gone, right? You're going to be the boss and you're going to start making decisions. And, you know, I think you might feel like that is a more of a darker energy because of how you've been leading. But I think that's going to help you step into your villain era. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to get your oracles out. It's time to boss up and make decisions. If they're not going to make a decision, you're going to make a decision. And you're not going to be looked at very well for this, you know? It's like almost like wanting to get to a resolve. Ooh, I have some of Ari's, a big puff of Ari's hair in my hand. It's almost like, you know, you're wanting to get to a resolve with something, wanting to go back and forth, but there's nothing being resolved here. And so you just have to make that choice, whether it's like, okay, well, I'm going to leave this workplace. I'm going to leave this relationship. I am just going to remove myself because it's over. It's dead, you know? So let's get these cards out for you. Tea leaves for you, number 2. And yeah, okay. I don't know how much I did for number 1, but okay. Climbing towards success. We have the ladder here. So number 2, I feel like one of your steps, one of the things that you need to start doing is thinking about your success here. And maybe there is some people in your life that can't come with you because of like the energy that they hold. You know, you're incompatible with them. I feel like you need to focus on what is going to be successful for you, not what is going to be successful for everybody involved, but what is going to be successful for me. You know, I speak about this in the video that I recorded before, where we got to make ourselves the main character. We are the important one here. Us over everyone else. That is how the villain thinks. So in your case, you need to think, you know, what is going to be best for me? What is going to take me to my success? And I think a lot of you guys, it's saying goodbye to this situation and or calling it for what it is. It's dead. It's over. It's, you know, it's dead. And there's nothing else to really talk about here. You know, that's what I feel like, you know, for you, number 2. We have Rooster. Arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. I think that really leads to this boss energy that I was picking up with, because I'm seeing Nicki Minaj where she's like, oh, when you know, when a man is being aggressive, then he's a boss. But when a woman is being aggressive, she's a bitch. You know, so there's this energy of maybe you coming off as arrogant or boastful. You know, I think you should stick with that energy. It doesn't matter how other people are perceiving you. You are making the choices. You're getting shit done. You're moving up the ladder. You know what I mean? And you're not going to water down your energy to bring everybody along with you when it's not even working to begin with. You know what I mean? So keep that same energy, that boss energy. It's okay if people think like you're toxic or you're being a bitch or you're being like, you know, arrogant, boastful. We have the dagger. Fears, worries, and tense situations. I think you do get a lot of fear and you get a lot of worry when you're in these situations with people. And that's what has this, you have this behavior of like, you know, you have this behavior of going back and forth with people. And allowing people to take from your energy, you know, in these arguments. And it's just too much. And I think it does create more fear the more that you pour into these arguments and these conflicts with people. So I think you need to consider that these situations create a lot of anxiety. They create a lot of like tense energy within you, and you don't need them in your life. And I don't think you should be afraid to just call the shots. I don't think you need to be afraid that when you're in a tense, crazy, chaotic, conflict-filled situation, that you're going to make a choice for yourself. Okay? Even if that means you're making a choice for everyone or the other party. Okay? So we have Jug, lighthearted, carefree time. Yeah, I think you just need to have a lighthearted, carefree time. That's what you want. And these types of relationships, these types of people, also this type of behavior that you have. Number 2, going back and forth with people, watering down your energy, not trying to be a boss. When you are the boss, you do actually call the shots. I think the people that you're messing with, they're not really boss-like energy. I think you do carry that boss energy. You know, like, look at the picture that you chose. Look at the picture that you chose. She ain't fucking around. She knew what the fuck to do because her ancestors are telling her. Her guides are on her. Whether you are you think you're in communication or not, they are guiding you. So you are a boss. It's okay if they think you're a bitch. It's okay if they think that you're arrogant. Shit wouldn't get done unless you called the shots to begin with, you know? And it's like, what I really feel here is that you need carefree, lighthearted people in your life. You don't need these stressed out conflict drama and then try to spin it around like you're being dramatic or you're full of drama and you just want conflict because you're reacting to their behavior. Don't deal with these types of people. It's stressing you out, clearly, okay? And you need to just have a lighthearted energy. That's going to help. Just make the choices. Don't care how you're being perceived. Keep climbing towards success, okay? We have announcement. Exactly. If you need to announce things, if you need to make things clear, do it. Don't be afraid or worried how you're going to be perceived or if an argument is going to be struck up. Don't be worried about that because what are we going to do if people are going to be very confrontational with you? You're going to walk away. You're not going to repeat yourself more than twice. And the second time is courtesy. Okay? You're going to announce your boundaries. You're going to announce your point of view. You're going to announce your decisions. Don't be afraid to speak. All right, number 2, we also have Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. Change is coming. Okay? This 5 of Swords, constant going back and forth, fighting, like this could be multiple people because there's 3 people fighting here. Okay, in this card. And so I feel like, you know, this constant energy of going back and forth and fighting, it prevents growth. Know that. It prevents you from climbing the ladder. So I know you guys get a lot of fear. You're worried about how you're going to be perceived. You're worried about what this all means, who you're going to be after this relationship or after you decide to change the way that you interact with people. But it's not always going to feel this way. And a change is coming, but you have to be the person that makes the choices. You have to be the person that's going to choose to change. Because these motherfuckers ain't. Tell you right now, these people are not going to be the ones to change. And you have it in you, number 2. Okay? So let's get some from the OG deck. It will not be like this. Why? It will not be like this always because you are going to change things. If people want to keep going around in circles, let them do that by them damn self. Let them go in circles by themselves. I'm exiting. I already told you what I felt. I already told you what I meant. I already told you what was going to happen, what happened, what I want to happen. Like, I already went through it all. Okay? I had to let you go. You got to let them go, number 2. I know you don't want to. Unlimited. A lot of you guys feel like possibly trapped in these connections that have you going back and forth with them, draining you, overstepping energetic boundaries. Like, you feel like you need them. You feel trapped. And you're not. You're unlimited. Really. You know? You're unlimited. You just don't know it yet because you are going back and forth and your energy is being spent where it doesn't need to be. But you are unlimited here. Okay? You need to realize that people broke promises a long time ago, many times. And it's time to let go. Okay? And don't break that promise to yourself, because a lot of you have went through this situation with this person, if not 2 times. If not 2 times, 3 times. And it's just like they keep breaking your heart. They broke a promise. They broke a promise to you. And you don't want to accept it. Okay? But you need to. Ride or die. You can't be a ride or die, honey. You can't. You can't be a ride or die for these motherfuckers. You just cannot. Do you want to die? Or do you want to go towards success? Okay? You need to ask yourself, are these people going to ride you off a cliff? Okay? You need to start asking yourself, is this a place that I need to be in? Is this a person that I need to be communicating with and going back and forth with? Are they going to drain me out where I don't have nothing left? You know? People pleaser. You need to stop pleasing people. I know you love this person or these people, but you need to please yourself. Please watch the video that I posted before this video, talking about the 3 things that everybody must do in order to step into their villain era. Okay? If I don't even know you exist, is that beef? That's the thing. These people are going to be beefing by themselves. Like, it's okay if they do. It's okay if they do. If it, you know, like, I think these people want to beef forever. And a lot of these people want to continue to go back and forth. And if you have exited and this is a situation that's over with, they're beefing. Let them beef by themselves. You don't need to communicate. Some of you, this is clear indication that some of you guys have already stepped into this energy, and maybe they're coming back around, trying to have a conversation. You need to do some root work, okay? Root work, root chakra work. A lot of you guys don't feel safe outside of these connections. And we need to work on our root chakra so that we feel stable and safe. The root chakra is the first chakra to develop. It is our sense of safety and security. So you could have some abandonment issues. You could have some, like, you know, a lot of people that have been abandoned or have suffered some trauma from their parents, from their caretakers, they are people pleasers. And it's time to take care of yourself, your needs over everybody else. That's root chakra work. Especially when it's coming to stress, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your stability. You cannot worry about how these people are perceiving you, especially when they are bent on not understanding you. Okay, so focus on getting clear with yourself and what you need to feel safe and secure in your own body, in your own life. These people don't make you feel safe. They make you feel trapped. They make you feel like, oh, I can't do it without them. Actually, yes, you can. Okay, so let's go on. Let's get some more oracles here to see your personal. What is this? Time to let go. Time to let go. Time to let go. Move the fuck on. I picked the Rebel deck so that we could get, a little bit of like tough energy. Move the fuck on, number 2. I'm sorry to say it, but yes, it's time. It's over. Stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person. Just fucking stop. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. Exactly. Even if this is like you're going over and over in your mind about a situation, you know, like don't be that person that's stalking. Do not be that person that's just you have to keep checking up on them. It's over. Let it die so that you can begin to live a new life. This is the new transformation. Like you're going to be completely new once you accept that this is over and you start making choices for yourself. Okay? And spend some time that is with people that are worth your energy. Okay? Not the ridiculous. Like this shit is ridiculous at this point. Whatever is going on, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You need to laugh. You need to see how funny this situation is as well. You need to laugh at this. And laughing at it, saying that it's fucking ridiculous and it's just, this is silly. They would probably think that would be toxic. You might think it's toxic to laugh at them, laugh at the situation, but I think it could be quite healing for yourself. Where the fuck is your sense of humor? Laugh. Okay? You need to be a villain and just laugh at this shit. If these people think that you're a bitch, you're toxic, and you're just like, duh, you're stepping into your villain era. And not everybody understands why the villain is doing shit. You got to get real close and you got to hear the villain story. Okay, so don't worry about the bystanders. The bystanders, what they're going to say about you. Fuck them. They don't know the story that went on between you and these people. And if they want to know, they can come and ask. And you'll be glad to tell them because you got receipts and you got the whole fucking story. And you can tell your story, your side, the villain side, right? I really feel like they might even try to make you a villain. Like they are probably talking about you like you're a villain. And it's time to laugh about it. You need to laugh. You need to have a sense of humor about this and see how crazy and funny this is. Because they don't get how bad they hurt you and how they had you going around in circles and circles and circles and circles. Okay? So we're gonna move on. That's your thing. You got to stop going back and forth with these people. Pull back your energy, put up your energetic boundaries with these people, with these situations. Accept that it's over. Be the boss. Make your choices. Climb that ladder of success. Who cares if you're a bitch? If you're arrogant, if you're boastful, that's how you get shit done. That's how you get to climb into the success. Okay? Stop being afraid to make these choices and tell these motherfuckers to shut up and leave you alone. Okay? Have some fun time. Hang around carefree, lighthearted people, not these drama, just want to have conflict type of people all the time. Don't be afraid to speak. Laugh, let go. Don't stalk them. Okay? So let's move on to number 3. I'm going to put up number 3 now. Number 3 look wild. Look wild. Dang, number 3. What's going on with y'all? Let me see. Hold on. Let me put away my cards. Get this energy off the table. But this is yours, number 3. Number 2, you just, I feel like you're going to be okay. As soon as you step into that boss energy, who cares if they think you're a villain? They're already saying that you're a villain. So they're already saying it, number 2. They're already saying that you're a villain. So just step into it more deeply. Accept that shit. Okay? Hold up. Let me go get my charger. My phone's about to die. Damn it, I don't know where my charger is. Okay, good. I could not find it. Let me hurry up and put this together. Hey, I was in my creative shit earlier. That's why the energy is a little bit wonky. Let me pull this in before, because I have this new setup, and I can't tell when my phone is going to die. With my new lights, my new setup for the table for the tarot readings. So I'm a little bit wonky, weird today because I was in my creative bag in the astrals creating. So, anyways, this is number 3. I'm gonna tap into it and get my cards in hand. Okay, so how are you gonna tap into your villain? Your villain era number 3. Woo! Wow, you need to get in the car and drive, bitch. That's what I'm feeling. You're ready. Gotta hit the road. Some type of energy of like, okay, so what I feel for you, number 3, you know, one of the steps that you're gonna have to take, besides the 3 that I talked about in the previous video that I posted the other day, make sure to check that video out if you haven't. It's like, I'm hearing you got the green light. I'm hearing, ooh, I'm hearing like you just need to get in the driver's seat and get going. Like there's some type of thing that you want to start doing. There's some type of like thing that you want to start doing. I think it's going to be different for a lot of you guys, but what's really coming up for me is like it's like a creative energy that I'm feeling here. Like there's something that you want to go to do, whether that's like in your house or maybe it's outside of your house, but there's an energy of like you wanting to go do something, go somewhere, start like going down a path, down a road. And I feel like you're just ready, that you don't even know like how much speed you're going to start taking. Like you're going to like start producing as you get on that road. I think you're like feeling the urge to go and do something, start doing something here. Okay. And there has been an ending. What is influencing this energy of like, okay, I'm just going to go and I'm going to do this. I've been feeling like I need to go and do this, or maybe it's the right time because now this is over. There's some type of death here because there is, you know, but with death is life, right? There's a skull right there. And that's what's driving you. That's the energy that's driving you, is that there's been an ending here. But in that ending, it's almost like a complete rebirth. Like right after something dies, you just feel like, okay, I'm going to start doing this, or I need to go here. You know, it could very much like, it's giving like, they're showing me different scenarios here. So it could be that like you have been wanting to maybe move, because they're in a vehicle. You've been wanting to move, something ends, whether it's like school or a job or a relationship or a certain phase in life ends, and you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna drive 2 states over, or I'm gonna catch a plane. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to drive, but it's like maybe you want to move somewhere. Okay, could be that. I also feel like some of you guys, this could be like a creative venture, a business. Okay, you've been wanting to do. It could be that you graduated and now you get a new job. You're feeling the urge to go and to the place that you've been looking into. It's something like that. And I don't think you understand how fast things are going to start moving once you start getting on this road. Okay, so very, very, different type of energy, honestly, than what I felt for the others. But you're going to feel like, I need to go and do this. Now that this is over, now it's done. I feel ready. Like, I've been wanting to step into this energy. Like, and you're just going to go. Guys, I'm scared. There was a spider, but I'm not going to trip. I'm not going to trip. There was a spider somewhere in the corner. Now it's gone. Hopefully she's safe somewhere. Okay. Spider energy, again, creative energy. Let's see though. What we got for you. How can you step into your villain era? I feel like you guys are more than ready. You guys are more than ready to step into this villain era. And I think it involves like possibly like, you know what? I have a vision for myself. It can even be that. I have this vision for myself. I see myself doing this. I see myself looking this way. And now I'm just going to freaking do it. I'm just going to go full force on changing my whole identity, changing my appearance, getting a different job. Like, very much I'm hearing You Can't Break My Soul by Beyonce, Break My Soul, where she's like, I just cut my hair, or she dyed her hair or something and she quit her job, you know. Look, we got The World coming out for you, number 3. So this is great. Yeah. This is about celebration. I feel like what is going to help you step into this villain era is to celebrate life. I'm hearing that. That song, the album Renaissance, is really coming through. And that song, Break My Soul, you know, You Won't Break My Soul. I think something tried to break your soul and it only elevated you. I feel like it only made you learn more. You might have felt differently, maybe, I don't know, 6 months, 3 months ago, maybe even a year ago, you might have felt differently. You know, some of you guys, this ending could have happened, you know, a while ago. But I feel like you have a different perspective on it. You understand how much you have grown from this situation. Okay. I don't even think you're looking at it anymore as like a painful situation. We'll see, as you know, we haven't flipped over any of the other cards, but I feel that you really see like, I have gained experience. Like, I'm hearing XP, like you got XP in this space. Like, yeah, you know, like, I don't feel this is an ending and it's a graduation. And it's not like this is the card that comes out with graduations, weddings, you know, like going on to the next, you're elevating, you are going on to the next level, the next highest timeline, you know. And of course there's like levels and things that we got to transmute and like work through. And I feel like you've already done the meat and potatoes of that. And now you're like, it's done. I'm done. I'm free. I'm ready to get in this bitch and drive and like go. You know, that's what I feel like you're on right now. And it feels really great. And I think you need to, I think what's going to like push you forward into this energy is to celebrate how far you've come. It's time to really celebrate. And I'm also hearing like, you need to show people how far you have come. Okay. And how much XP you have. You know, a lot of you guys want to start like, you know, I'm about to release another collective. There's so many collective messages that are coming in strong. Okay. I'm about to drop another one. I just wanted to wait to do this live. I didn't want to overwhelm you guys with the messaging, but I feel like a lot of you guys want to start like creative projects, whether that be like, oh, I want to open up my nail shop. I want to start making press-on nails. I've been telling anybody that does press-on nails, let me know. Okay, I would love to collaborate with you because I love press-on nails. But some of you guys want to go to like, you know, makeup school, cosmetology school, you know, start doing hair, open up a hair shop, do a beauty channel. A lot of you guys want to start a business, start a podcast, start, you know, different things like creative things, you know, maybe you want to start making your own jewelry, you know, selling your art, making music. A lot of you guys want to start making music, I'm hearing, and it's the perfect time to do it. And to also like celebrate this achievement of actually getting to this place in life. And I think it's going to push you deeper into your villain era, because I feel like some of you guys are already kind of on this. You already went through a lot of that transmutation kind of energy, understanding issues. But you know, I haven't even, let me flip over the card. Look, 9 of Pentacles. It's time to eat. Like, it's time to eat. I feel like you've worked hard. And some of you guys, maybe this is coming out because you're not seeing how far you've come. You haven't seen how much you've been doing, how much work you've been doing on yourself, on your career, on just your goals. You know, a lot of you guys are hard on yourself. And it's time to gloat. It's time to, you know, taste some of your fruit that you've been growing. That's what I'm feeling for you, number 3. Yeah, like making jewelry. You know, I think a lot of you guys want to start doing things. And what this 9 of Pentacles is like you're at this perfect place in life where you have worked incredibly hard. But it's not over, right? Because it's a 9 of Pentacles here. There's still one more pentacle, but this, like, is the perfect time to put in for that other pentacle, for that last pentacle. And you got the resources. You have everything that you need physically to do it. Even if it's like it hasn't been planned out and organized. You have the funds. You just haven't, you know, looked at your funds and see where you can start investing, especially for those people that are trying to start businesses and invest into like creative businesses or like, you know, studio time, like going to the studio. I think you guys got to pay. I'm not sure. I'm just like talking on my ass right now, but like paying like a studio to record or paying a photographer because some of you guys want to model. Like there's a lot going on with this pile. But you're in the perfect time to do it because this last timeline that you were on, it might have been painful. There was a lot of shit that you had to get through, but there was a lot of things that you learned. There's a lot that you're taking from that timeline that you could put into this next pentacle. Okay? And so it's time to really eat. It's time to really like, it's almost like, you know what I've been hearing a lot in the collective? That God is going to serve you in front of your enemies, right? A feast. Gonna serve you a feast in front of you. I feel like you have the feast already, but you ain't eating. That's what I'm feeling. And I feel like maybe you're afraid. Maybe you're afraid to eat, to sop up the greatness that is around you because, you know, I'm also hearing, like I saw this one video and well, I'm also recording readings for 2026 as well right now. So I think that might have been a reading that I did for that one, but I had said in there where this girl, I saw a video where she was like, oh, right before you quantum leap, you get your mind and your body, they yoke, they come together. When people say yoke, like in yoga or in spirituality, it means to become one, to become unified. So possibly you're on this brand new timeline where you should be eating and celebrating and enjoying the fruits of your labor and just like kind of like telling the world, because it's the world card, telling the world, like, look how far I've come, right? But your mind, it might be in the past. So let me just see what's going on here. King of Wands. I feel, yeah, okay. Hold on, the message is coming. I really want to get a clarifying card, and I'm thinking about these cards here because I just really want to know, like, what is it? Look, 9 of Pentacles, come out again. 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so maybe you have people watching you. That's why I like these cards, because they tell me information. Maybe you have people watching you, pocket watching you, because these cards always make me feel like money. Maybe you got money to spend. Maybe you got some type of abundance here. Maybe you know, and you are afraid for some reason because there's people hiding. And I don't know why, but probably because I've been tapping into her energy a lot lately. 2 people that are coming up is Paige, Popular Loner, and Real Talk with Yaney, right? There's like people that are either phony, lying, smearing about you, smearing your name, right? Your character, or they're hiding, either way they're hiding, but they're hiding behind like fake pages or stalking you. They're wearing a mask or something here. Okay. Because Real Talk with Yanni, she was talking about that the other day on her Instagram. And Paige has some crazy girl. I didn't even like her. She too crazy. That girl was on Page was too crazy. I ain't even gonna get into that. Okay. But look, I feel like you could have people watching you and you're not wanting to shine. You're not wanting, it's like she looks like she's scared to show people like, yeah, got this new car. Yeah, I got this new house. I worked really hard to move into my dream apartment, and you know, I'm really beautiful. I've been working on my beauty, my appearance. Oh, I have this great idea. I make all this nice jewelry, or like I really know how to do hair really good, and I'm scared to show people. It's also that, okay? So I feel like you could be a little bit intimidated. Look, we have star qualities, mentality here. You might be scared to step into. All right, but with this King of Wands here, I feel like what's going to help you step into that is just maybe your ego. Like, I'm hearing Beyonce. A lot of Beyonce is coming up with these readings too. I'm hearing big ego with Beyonce. Okay. So maybe it's time to pump yourself up, to gas yourself up, to like get really egotistical. Like, yeah, you're really that good. Yeah, you really worked hard for it. Like, it's okay. And I'm also hearing, what's that song I'm hearing? I'm hearing a lot of songs coming through. But it's like, what did I hear? I'm hearing Doja. I'm also hearing, what's his name? Miles Yachts, where he's like, let a young nigga flex. And I'm also hearing Doja Cat, where she's like, can you just let me, what does she say? She's like, of course, they compare me to who's the hottest. So there could be comparing. You're just kind of scared. I think you're just scared to kind of show off. But this is telling you that you should tap into that energy and just be boastful, confident. You need to step into that confidence and really show people like who the fuck you are. Show off. It's time to really show out. Sometimes you got to pop up and show, nigga. Like that's what I'm feeling with this King of Wands. And you might struggle with that because I don't know. I think you are a person that have really gone through a lot. The world is like last card, So it's like, I feel like you are a little bit scared to kind of show like how far you come. Again, maybe you're about to quantum leap and you haven't really yoked your mind. It hasn't linked up with the physical where you're like, oh, damn. Yeah, I am really great. Yeah, I have really worked through all this mess. Like I did really manifest what I wanted to do and I'm not done. I am going to go even further. I think you just need to kind of wake up to like what your reality is, All right. We have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so this card always makes me think like, I don't know how good you guys can see it, but he's like digging. This man is digging, right? This man is looking in. This guy is digging, but the gold is already right there. You've already digged it up. You already digged up the pentacles. And he's like thinking like, where's the pentacles, This is really interesting. I feel like you're sitting. What I'm feeling right now is that whatever happened in the past, you, like I was saying, you might have went through a lot. You might have had to overcome a lot and get through a lot of shit, right? To get to the world, to get to the 9 of Pentacles. And I think during that timeline where your mind kind of goes to, you start thinking about stuff, you might get a little bit fearful, you start thinking about other people that really don't fucking matter anymore. Like, I think all that you have accumulated the resources, the knowledge, you have transformed into that version that has the gold, that has the security already. Like you have it in your possession, but you don't know it. And what's interesting is that there's another person, someone who's, you know, digging this hole, right? Looking for it, and you have it. It's right behind you. You're not focused on it. So this could be that, like, you do have the skills. You've spent years like studying something. You've spent years working on yourself. You've spent years healing, whatever it is. You've spent those years and that time learning something, studying something, getting more experienced in something, and you have that resource that's going to take you to it, but you haven't done it yet. You haven't really shared it with the world. So I feel like what's going to help you step into your villain era is creating security for yourself, more creating that pentacle for yourself, and also that confidence, like getting into a very egotistical, confident persona. It's confidence and life's up and downs that shatter our sense of self-worth as well. Yes. Okay. Exactly. Exactly that. I feel like something happened in the past where that it shattered your confidence. It shattered your worth. Like, am I worthy to really have what I have in my possession already? Like, you know, it's a mind fuck. And it's because your mind is it's back there in the pain. Sometimes it hasn't completely yoked up with the physical, with your physical 3D, with your body. Your body is here. Look where your body is at. Look around you. Look at what your body is able to do. Look at what your body's been doing, right? It's not back there anymore. You get what I'm saying? Your mind is back there in like 2004. I mean, okay, 2004 or 2024 is what I was trying to say. 2024, 2023, that's where your mind is at. Most of you. Some of you guys are in 2004. Fuck. Okay, you way back there. But like, you just, something shattered you, right? Your sense of self, your worth. But what you're not understanding is that experience has given you a lot of resources. It has given you a lot of resources to get that next pentacle. Okay. It's almost like maybe all of that time that you were suffering that abuse or suffering through the struggle, okay, you were also doing certain things that helped you. You were learning something around that time. Okay, so I'm going to pull some oracles for you guys to see what else you need to do. But it's looking like you need to celebrate. You need to share with the world how great you are. You need, and this is just like, I feel like you're going to get the response that you want. Don't worry about the people that don't like you, they don't fuck with you. It doesn't matter. They don't matter. You're not sharing it for them. You're sharing it for people that are going to align with your energy. That's it. Okay. So just know that. Okay. Okay, September. Let's just get that out the way. We have the card September. So something could have went down in September. Something will blossom, I'm hearing, in September. Something will like solidify in September. Get real foundational in September. All right, but let's see. Temporary problems. The problems that are happening right now are just temporary. So don't worry about them. Don't let them shrink you down. It's almost like these little problems that are happening right now currently makes your mind go, like it makes you go back to 2024. Okay. And you don't need to be there. These problems are not what happened back then. Like, it's almost like a triggering response is what I'm picking up here. So we have the weeping willow, family sorrow. Some of you guys went through some family issues back then. And that's why, you know, that's the worst. That's the worst. That's the worst. Like, when it's friends that are like attacking you, like against you, it's different when your own blood is against you and don't like you. And it does give you sorrow. It does like really affect your confidence. You know, but I think you need to pay attention to like where you are, who you've become, like who's here. I say this a lot, like even when you feel like maybe you don't have your parents. I've said this a few times on the channel, like you always have parents. You have the universal father. You have the universal mother. You are never alone. You have your ancestors with you. You know, even if your mother or your father have passed, like they're there with you. Maybe it's like you're scared to even experience this good stuff because the people that you love are not here to see it, you know? I think your ancestors, the people that you love, would want you to focus on the greatness, your greatness. Don't be afraid to share it. Don't be afraid to celebrate it, right? And that's the worst. But I just feel like you need to focus on how great, like if your family is nasty to you, celebrate how good of a person you are. Like, do you know how amazing it is to come from nasty fucking people and to come out like you? You know, that's a good person, like just wants to have a good life and to treat people good and to just have peace. And that isn't really fucked up like that all the way in the head. That you just want to heal. Celebrate that. Celebrate that you made it out of a very dysfunctional, traumatic family. Trust me, I know. Okay? It can be very sad, but it's temporary. That's the thing. You have to also see that as a temporary problem. If you see it as something you're never going to get over, you're never going to get over your family fucking you over or abusing you or whatever it is. If you see it as like a constant thing, it will be a constant thing. You have to see it as something that happened to you and it isn't happening still. And yes, it does require you to do the work on yourself, you know, to do the work. So do the work. I feel like you guys are doing the work on yourself and don't stop. So we have torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. That's the thing. So if you're struggling with your mind being in the past, right? There is such thing as a lower mind, right? And then there's the ego mind, and then there's the booty mind, where that is where discernment and intelligence happens. Now, when we operate in our ego mind and we look at our trauma and we look at the things that have happened to us, the struggles, only in an ego mind, we define ourselves with that. We identify with that pain. We identify with that struggle. But if you're able to use the part of your mind that uses discernment and intelligence, and you can look at the trauma and you can look at the abuse that people do to you and say, well, that made me feel how? That made me feel unloved. It made me feel unworthy. It made me feel like I gotta hide. It makes me feel like, you know, but does that mean that I have to do that? Does that mean truth? All because I felt that way. Does that mean that it's true? My mother abandoned me, or my father did this to me, or my parents beat me, or, you know, I have narcissistic parents and family members, like, and they've made me feel this way. You can internalize those kinds of things if you don't use the part of your mind that is for discernment and intelligence, and you only operate in the ego, right? And I know I'm telling you to use your ego and shit, but it's a healthy ego. We need the ego. I'm not a spiritualist that it, you know, pushes that message to kill the ego. We definitely need the ego. It is our sense of self. It is our sense of identity, you know. But when you operate too much in that, you forget who you really are. And we're a soul. We're here to have the negative experiences. We're here to have the positive experiences. It helps our soul grow. So we have to do the self-reflection. Again, I made all of my digital products very affordable. The shadow book, I know like a lot of people don't like to do shadow work. They like to talk about it and they don't like to be consistent about it. But this is the shit that, you know, will help you step into being more confident. I have my shadow work book at $11. You guys can get that for $11 on the Stan store, as well as, you know, unlocking your confident self workbook. It helps with confidence. Okay. But not identifying with our sorrow. These are temporary problems. It's only constant when you keep telling yourself, oh, this happened to me, and it made me feel this way, it made me feel that way. Start having a different dialogue with yourself. We create the dialogue within our minds. We just don't know it, okay? So we need to have spiritual development, enlightenment, and awareness and understanding about ourselves and about what we deserve. Sometimes you get mistreated so much that when good stuff show up and when your life changes, you don't even sop it up. You don't even start to eat because you're like, I don't deserve this shit. Everyone's going to know that I don't fucking deserve it. If I show it off, if I show how great I am, I'm just a fraud. It's like that kind of energy that I'm feeling from you, number 3. Let's stop that. We have the table, hard work ahead. Okay. You got hard work ahead of you. Isn't that fun? I feel like your picture, if we look at your picture, you're ready for this shit. Like, yeah, starting a jewelry business, starting to do hair, whatever it is. Doing your, you're going to start doing nails, or you're going to start posting more, start your podcast, start working on your album, whatever it is. It's hard work, but it's exciting. It's exciting. So I feel like there is a lot of hard work up ahead, but I feel like you're ready for it. But let's also celebrate that you're about to do all this hard work, and celebrate that you're able to do it. You have the resources to do it. Mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. I feel like you might be a little bit, I don't think this speaks to anybody outside of you. I think this is about you. You're a little bit stubborn. You're unwilling to change and kind of accept your greatness, accept how amazing you are. I really want, you have a lot to be great. You have a lot to gloat about. Listen to Conceited by Remy Ma. That song is coming up. I'm conceited. It's time for you to get conceited. Number 3, you're really the whole package. And you're the whole package for what you want to do and accomplish. So let's get into the OG deck and see what else comes out for you. Okay. But something's coming in September. Something's coming in September. Okay, real hot, come fan me. I feel like it's time to really show how hot you are. If you're scared to show how beautiful you are, and to be extra, don't be scared. You only live once. I used to be so and sometimes I can revert back to that because trauma will do that to you, where you feel like you're scared to show off your beauty, because I know for me, they would always say that to me. People in my family would always be like, oh, you're always so extra. You gotta dress up like this, and you gotta do this, and you gotta do that. We're just going to a party. We're just going to a show. Oh my God, you're just so much. I always got a lot of that. Right. Even before I stepped into how I am right now, I was always like that, but it was watered down because people would hate. That's all it is hating. I keep moving my damn light. Sorry, guys. That's all it is. All right. Why is it not coming on? Oh my God. Why is it not? Let me just plug it in right here. Why are we having so much technical difficulties today? Weird. A bitch real hot, come fan me. It's time for you to be like, bitches, come fan me. I'm motherfucking hot. Who cares if these people think you're extra? That's the kind of energy. You got to be real egotistical, really conceited, really about yourself. The wands, Queen of Wands, King of Wands, that's their energy. They're I'm the hottest bitch here. The hottest bitch has arrived. Okay, that's the kind of energy that you need to come with. I want back in your good graces. Okay. No. No, I don't know why that just came out. No. No. And look what came out after that. You can't fuck with me even if you wanted to. You can't fuck with me even if you wanted to. So it's just like, yeah, no. Let me shuffle some more. I feel like whoever's trying to come back into your good graces, it should be a no. And I think this really speaks to people that have, like, when they start to show how great they are. Once you start to show how, like, your magic, start to show like what you've been doing, start showing like what you've manifested for yourself, people are going to want to get back in your good graces. Yeah. And right now they're saying, oh, I don't fuck with them. Right now, I don't fuck with them. No, actually, you can't fuck with me, even if you wanted to. You can't really fuck with me. You should be saying that. Okay. But with the heart energy, you need to just focus on what feels good. And focus on the relationships. The heart chakra is about relationships. It is about love and relationships. It's not so much about feelings. We do explore our feelings in the heart chakra. Feelings are more of a sacral chakra kind of energy, like emotions and feelings. Our heart is about our relationships. And right now, I feel like your mind is focused on the wrong relationships, on expressing yourself. You're really focused on the people that ain't gonna feel you, ain't gonna fuck with you. They can't fuck with you anyways. Like people you don't even want to fuck with. Like you're thinking about them when you should be thinking about the people that need your magic, that need what you want to express. And when you get your mind in that realm, you want to take off. You want to get into your car and take the fuck off and go down that road. What's stopping you is thinking about the people that are, talking shit, trying to smear your character, or what's stopping you is the people that are stalking you and wearing a mask and trying to hide, or, So focus on the relationships that make you feel good. And we have glow up. Some of you guys have grown up in many different ways. Okay. If it's not physical, you've grown up in your career. If it's not a career, you've glowed up in your spirituality, right? You've made it out of some toxic shit. Okay. So let's go on to the Rebel deck for you, number 3. Let's see. I feel like yours is a more of a lighter kind of energy than the other 2 decks. I mean, the other 2 piles, readings. Fuck apologize. You know what I heard right now? Seriously. Oh, it says fucking apologize, just do it. So I feel like what I heard though, when this came out, it said, I heard you apologize, but it's still treason from Nikki. Okay. From, what is that? Dangerous, Barbie Dangerous. Okay. She says in that song, you apologize, but it's still treason. So these people, they are, wanting to get back in your good graces. And they're feeling like I should just do it. I just need to do it. But it's still treason. So just remember that. Okay. Because the King of Wands, he don't fuck with anybody unless it's going to benefit him. And he's going to be safe. It's going to work out for him. And a lot of these people, like when you say treason, when you hear treason, there's no forgiveness for treason. They can apologize, but it's still treason. Okay. Wow. So a lot of you gotta a lot of you guys gotta just off their heads, right? Oh, we have winning. You got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. Okay? So you have a really good thing going on for you right now. Okay, whatever it is, it could be a relationship, it could be a career, it could be like, just don't ruin it by like either feeling like you got to go out and search and like got to find more, because I told you you're sitting on gold. You have it. You have the resources. You have the knowledge. You have, don't ruin it. You are winning. Okay. And don't ruin your winning by not indulging in it and not celebrating it. You are the best thing to have ever happened to you. Go easy on your ass. Buy your own damn drink. Okay. So this is about, yeah, like I told you, you're a little bit too hard on yourself. You don't see the greatness that you have become. You don't see how hard you've worked. It's almost like, I got to keep working. I got to find it. I got to get better. I got to get better. You are it, baby. You are winning. It's here. You know what I mean? And you are the best thing that has ever happened to you. Fuck those parents. Fuck those family members. Fuck those friends. Fuck all of them. What I'm hearing, Kendrick Lamar used to be fuck them. Now it's plural. Fuck all of them, or whatever he fucking says. He was in what does he say? What is that song? I can't remember the name of the song, but I'm sure some of you guys know. The ones that know, and it's for you. He says, like, it used to be fuck them. Now it's plural. Fuck everybody. That's what I'm hearing right now. So it's like, fuck them, because you know what, babe? You know what, number 3? You were the best thing that has ever happened to you. You got you, babe. I was working out last month in the gym, and I just broke down and started crying. And I was like, damn, bitch, I got your back. Because, like, my gym has this, like, mirror. But I was just, like, defeated after my workout. And I was crying. And I was just like, and it was a good, happy cry. It wasn't like, it was just like, bitch, I got your back. Fuck all these motherfuckers. I got you. And you're doing it. Look how far you've come. Like, look where you are right now. Like, I was like really having this conversation with myself in the gym, crying. But it's like, you're the best thing that's ever happened to you. Like, and again, you have the universal father, you have the universal mother, and you have ancestors. Like, I mean, thousands of ancestors that are guiding you. And you got cosmic guides. You have your mentors. You have ancestors and you have mentors. Everybody has mentors coming into this life, and they're not ancestors. They are, they're mentors. They're out of body entities. They're energy. So you have guides here. And if you work with deities, if you work with like, goddesses and gods, and, you have so much. You have a huge spiritual team that is here to guide you. But you are the best thing that has ever happened to you, number 3. And you need to appreciate yourself. You need to go buy yourself a drink. You're fucking winning. You need to eat, bitch. It's time to eat, because you already ate. Like, you ate last year, even how rough it was, how crazy it fucking was the last 2 years. You ate that, bitch. You left no crumbs. Like, you really did the damn thing. And now I'm hearing Megan Thee Stallion, where she says, last year I did my big one. This year I'm going harder. That's your fucking message. Out of everything that I fucking said, that is your message. Like, you did work last year, whether it be on your heart, your spirit, your career, your love life, even if it's like, oh, I had to go through a breakup and I had to heal. Like, you put in work. Okay. I'm not just saying like you were physically working, even if the working was crying and journaling and staying celibate, and like, even if it was that, even if it was like making really difficult choices, doing the shadow work, like I spoke about having the miscarriages. Like, I couldn't work. I didn't do client works. I wasn't working, but I was putting work in on myself to heal myself. And at the same time, going through fucking crazy ass like family drama, having to heal myself from that shit too. So it's like, you are the best thing that has ever happened to you. You put in work last year, and you're about to do more. And it's time to step into that confidence. If you need help, go to my stand store. My workbook is only $11. Okay. And I am booking readings. And I was not prepared for this reading because I was in my creative energy. before I got on, but I did create a special promo code because I'm celebrating a milestone of over 100 readings on my Etsy. So I have a special code just for you guys to get $35 off of anything in my Etsy. I have spells, I have rituals, and this also goes for the intuitive readings as well. Okay, and the code is rosebuds. All right, so that is your guys' reading. I'm going to be getting to my workout really late. I almost feel like maybe I'll just go work out tomorrow in the morning. Because when I get into my creative energy, I'm just like, I almost didn't make it here, guys, to give you this message. I was like, bitch, you need to be consistent. No more telling these people I'm going to go live and not going live. So I had to be consistent. But that is your guys' reading. That is it. Check out the Etsy. I'll see you guys in a couple days. Peace.